Hi there, this is Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com, here with a little bit of shameful self-promotion video. This one is going to be for the Community Cup. This is a goal of mine for a while now that I was going to be on a Community Cup, and I've got the Power of Gathering Magic behind me. Hopefully they'll be nominating me for their side of the website, since I do produce a lot of content for them, to get on the Community Cup. And I guess this is where I just pitch my reasoning why I think I should be on the Community Cup. And my main reason is last year. Last year was pitiful. The Community Cup members were absolutely terrible when it came to the actual Johnny side of things, and I'll show you why. I think that we need a Johnny, we need a strong Johnny, a creative Johnny, and since Morton would be my #1 person to send the Community Cup, lives in Denmark, I don't think they'd fly him out, but I think that I would fill that role in the Johnny area. And what I'm talking about is last year they had what was called the Ironroot Chef. And what the Ironroot Chef was is they gave them a card. I mean, this is such a Johnny format. In fact, I wish there was a competitive Magic that actually did a format like the Ironroot Chef. As what they did is they gave a card and you had to build around those cards. So I think with the first one here, like, they got to pick 2 of them. And this was Stronach Resonator and Angelic Accord. And what you're supposed to do is build a deck around both of those cards. And you're supposed to use 4 copies of each of those in your deck. So anyway, if you look over the Community Cup members, we had a 3-point here, so that was below average. And considering it was out of 10 points, possible 10 points, and so way below average at 3 points. We had Kenji at 8 points. He did like his Goblin Test Pilot version here. But again, if you even look at the Kenji's Goblin Test Pilot, he kind of just stuck it in a American control list. I mean, not a lot he did to the deck list. I mean, what he allowed himself to do was allow himself to actually a way to actually use his Goblin Test Pilot multiple times. And I guess they gave it 8 flavor points because it was so chaotic when you got it with like Hold the Gates and with Gisela. But if you look at the rest of the deck, it's pretty much a lot of control in here, and Goblin Test Pilot just didn't do much in the deck, in my opinion. But they did at least give him 8 flavor points there. Now we go down to Kea, and they gave 4, so again another below average point because again Feed the Pack was just kind of chucked in a deck, and it didn't really quite work. I mean, there was this Master Biomancer. I mean, it's really the Goblin Test Pilot that they probably thought was out of place in this deck, as you have some token generating stuff for the Feed the Pack, but not really. Then you go over to this CC Matthew, 0 flavor points, and they really ripped him a new one for Conjure Currency. He just took Conjure Currency and stuck it in Esper Control. Then we have Melissa. She Angelic Accord, and I think they were a little bit harsh on her because I think out of all the people, she did the best job because she really did find the potential of Angelic Accord. Everything in here, well, I guess they were kind of, the Intangible Virtue does work with Angelic Accord, but she kind of basically just went more tokens and kind of threw Angelic Accord in there as a 4 of. And it doesn't, the card doesn't shine. That's probably why they gave just below average at 4 points, because the card itself doesn't shine. And when you make a deck based around a card, you want that card to shine. If you watched my last Meletis Astronomer video that I did for a Playing on a Budget episode, the Meletis Astronomer was the center of the deck, and then therefore I built the cards around the Meletis Astronomer. Even though Meletis Astronomer didn't end up being the most powerful card in the deck was based around the card because I wanted to see the potential of the card. And I think that's what they were looking for, and that's why this one got such a terrible rating. Now, there was one person that did shine, this Michael. He built the Stronach Resonator deck, and everything in here paired very well with Stronach Resonator. What Stronach Resonator does is it copies a triggered ability. So Oblivion Ring was really cool with it. You can actually exile two permanents. Primeval Bounty's great. Farseek, that's a triggered, well, is that a triggered ability? No, I don't think it is, but it ramps anyway. But everything else in here has triggers, and that is why they gave him 9 flavor points, because the entire deck wanted Stronach Resonator. And then we have, again, Reed Duke, fail with Feed the Pack, just shoved it in a Reanimator type strategy and called it good. So, of course, Feed the Pack was just kind of a dead card, and he probably wanted to mulch it away rather than actually use it. So if you go on the Wizards, oh, and then we have all 5 ingredients. We have Tom here that just decided to put them all in and build a Battle of Wits deck, I believe, is what he did. So, womp womp. And then we have on the last year Community Cup, we have the entire Wizards designers just cleaning house. 7, 5, 7. So average, above average, above average, above average. Below average here. average and a little bit above average and way above average, because they really liked this Goblin test pilot because everything was so chaotic. And like, he could hit his Creepy Doll with it, he could hit his Boros Reckoner with it, and it actually gave even more advantage to actually having the Goblin test pilot. So anyway, that's my pitch. I think that at the Wizards Community Cup this year, there will be another Johnny type style tournament, and we need a Johnny. We need a serious Johnny that is good at doing this, and that is why I started RogueDeckBuilder.com 2 years ago, was for the Johnnies to brew around specific cards, and I think that I will represent the community great, and if you vote for me, I will not disappoint. So again, that's my little shameful self-promotion for the Community Cup. I'll have links in the description on how to vote for me. You just go over here to this Community Cup, you click on this Community Cup nomination, you type in the name of the nominee, and then the reason for the nomination, and submit it to the Community Cup nomination. So anyway, this has been Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com. I hope you vote for me. Thanks for watching.